Is there any other news other than the brand story? Let me think. Well, yeah. Yeah, we've got some other news, haven't we? We've still got the rugby going on, which definitely like looking at the rugby, seeing how England are getting on. We've got political stories going on. Putin, got the Ukraine. That's going on. But nothing is more important than this Russell Brand story, is it? Everybody and their dog, every man and his dog, have got something to say about it. But up to now, the umbrella guy, with these text messages, the way he's found that quite possibly they've done a bit of a, you know, cut and paste, and the alignments don't match up. So he's found all this out, and he's got all this off his own back from, I think he said the Times newspaper and other publications, and he's really scrutinised. And I think this is what needs to be done, because if it was to go to a court, then the lawyers of Russell Brand will certainly tear these text messages apart, won't they? To suggest that somebody has doctored them along the way to fit the narrative. So this is just further proof, and it's looking more and more like it is actually a case of take down Brand, get rid of Brand. He knows too much. He's too clued up. He's got to start putting the finger on some very, very important and powerful people in this world. And we just can't have that now, can we? We can't have anybody who actually has all the truth, who's prepared to spill that truth with his followers. 6.6 million followers. It absolutely stinks. But I am so glad that everybody has done a video on it, and I've seen so many videos on this. But right from the beginning, I haven't really believed the girls at all, because they used actors, and for me that was like a big red flag. Why use actors if they had all this time to present a case to the world? Then why use actors? Could it be because the real women, the ones who willingly wanted to have a sexual relationship with Russell, are too embarrassed because they'll get torn apart? Because it looks as like every single one of those women were throwing themselves at him, because this is what happens with Russell Brand. Women used to throw themselves. You'll hear many, many people on YouTube who know him really well, who have witnessed the amount of women who are just, I'm yours, do what you want with me, Russell. He just has his pick of what he wants. Is he going to be blamed because women are so desperate to have sex with him? Is he going to be blamed for that? No, but the BBC will use it because they need it. They need to be able to portray him this way, because that kills his station dead, stops him from earning, and it stops him from digging. Don't want him digging, because over the last year, he really has gone to town on a few issues. I'm not going to mention what those issues are. You all know what they are, because you've all been dropping in on his channel, haven't you? He's the best YouTuber out there, hands down. He absolutely knocks the spots off anyone else out there who's got a YouTube channel. Nobody can touch him. He's articulate. Even Stephen Fry said something really, really nice about him, which I really enjoyed. Listen to Stephen Fry say that. But that wasn't in relation to something recent. That was in the past. So let me be quite clear about that. And yeah, Stephen, he says that Russell has this ability to be able to look right through you. Sort of leans forward like that when he's asking a very important question. He is an amazing journalist, YouTube modern journalist. He probably wouldn't make a traditional journalist for the BBC. You know, he would never have made that or cut that kind of figure. But a YouTube journalist, he's the best out there. Nobody can touch him. And they're all trying to, you know. Some of them have got, well, I mean, you've got people like Sean Atwood. I mean, Sean's a great guy. He's from, is it Widnes? And I know all about his story and his prison sentence in Alabama and all his friends that he made out there or from the criminal world. Yeah, he's not got a million. No, he's not got a million. Russell's got 6.6 million. Sean's not got a million. Andrew Gold is trying to get 250,000, which is really good because, you know, small beginnings, humble beginnings with Andrew, and now he's built it up. For me, it was quite clear. And I did 2 videos, and I did a videos even before the program was aired because I knew they were coming for him. He didn't have to tell me. I knew because of the types of things he was saying. I thought, you can't say that. You cannot say that. They will get you. They will chop your head off if they could. And then he releases that video saying, yeah, they're coming for me. And then does a preemptive strike on the one 2 days ago where he knew that they were going to take him down. I'm not going to pretend that I don't dislike him because I think, you know, nobody can fill his boots. And there's some good channels out there, don't get me wrong. I listen to Redacted. I think that's Clayton, isn't it? And his wife, or his partner, I can't think what she's called now. But that's Clayton's channel, and I like listening to him. And they've got a few million, haven't they, now? So they're doing quite well. And I listened, obviously, to Sean, and I listened to Andrew Gold. I don't listen to a lot of the Jehovah's Witness YouTubers anymore. Just about had enough of them, to be honest with you. I don't listen to Lloyd Evans. Although I do know that just recently he's just put a video out to say that he's got to scale back and he's got to let his editor go. I don't know if you know that. Is it Tibor? They've had to let Tibor go. So Lloyd Evans has actually gone back to being a one-man band content creator, probably shutting down the studio where it was in the original location. I know he's very, very sorry about this because he really loved being in that studio, and he's having to take everything in-house and scale it all back. And you contrast Lloyd with Andrew Gold, who has actually increased week on week. So Andrew's doing something right, isn't he? Or he wouldn't be accelerating up the ladder, would he, in the YouTube world? But there are some excellent, excellent YouTube truth seekers out there, or what I like to call them, truthers. And they're all trying to get into the same status as Russell Brand, because just about all of them have a secret admiration for him and how he's built up his YouTube army. But I guess it's just in the personality at the end of the day, and it's in the delivery, and it's in the intellect. And he's got it all. You know, he's the full package. You just don't get anybody that is so good at getting to the truth. He gets to the truth quicker than anyone I know. And he doesn't waste time doing it. He gets the facts, he presents them, he lets everybody come to their conclusion, but he always gives them those facts. And for me, no one else does it like him. So he's going to be really missed. A lot of people probably put a lot of hope in him, and I think that's why they've tore him down. Because they knew that people needed someone like him. But now he's gone, it's left a bit of a void. And if they're just going to start doing this to all the truthers and tear them down and their channels and stop them from earning, if they're going to start doing this, then there's just no point in even being. on this channel at all, is there? Or having a channel. There's just no point in subscribing to anybody on YouTube who are soul searching and truthing, because it will just be a matter of time before they're decimated and they're prevented from earning a living. Is this the beginning of the end of free speech? Now, I did see that Margaret Thatcher old statement she made, and she said it would be the death of free speech, trial by media. That's what she's referring to. Yeah, from a Conservative as well. I bet they don't want that to get widely pushed around the internet, do they? That statement that she made. Anyway, peeps, he's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Everyone wants to say something about it. So I suggest now that if a criminal act has taken place, then let the real women step forward. We don't need actors. We need the real women, the ones who say, he did this, he did that. Let them stand before the press and bring their lawyers in if they think they've got a case. Otherwise, this is just looking like a proper hit. No, it's more like it's not just a hit, it's a full murder, isn't it? They've murdered his channel, murdered him from every angle. So now it's time to fight back. Let's hope 6.6 million of subscribers will be fighting alongside him if it goes that far. And if we're proven wrong, someone, a genuine woman, comes out and says, I didn't actually offer to sleep with Russell. I didn't want to sleep with him, but he just absolutely forced me. If that happens and that's proven, then we'll all just have to eat humble pie, won't we? Because then we'll be wrong. But up to now, it looks as if that every one of those girls, including this young one, have offered themselves up on a plate. Here I am, Russell. Do what you want with me. My body is yours. What was he supposed to do? You know, he's a thoroughbred, isn't he? He's a stallion. He's not going to say no, is he? When temptation's put in front of him like that, and that's how he was brought up, isn't it, in his home life? You know. So all I'm saying is, if there's a real victim out there, a genuine victim, who can prove without a shadow of a doubt, he did this, he did that, and there's proper evidence, then shut the hell up and give him back his channel, because he's the best out there. No one can touch him. No one. And they never will, because they just don't have his intellect. Nobody has. Oh, Martin, you're a fan of Russell? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm a fan. Yes, but I'm not a fan of his womanizing. Let me be clear about this. I'm not a fan of his womanizing. That's a terrible thing. You know, his moral compass was just all over the place. I'm a fan of him being a truther, and he's the best truther on YouTube, or was on YouTube. Now prove me wrong. Somebody else who's out there looking for truth. Prove me wrong that he's not the best truther. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you very much.